Hello, medical coders. My name is Doug Palmer. I am the founder and CEO of AAOMCP, the American Association of Medical Coding Professionals. And I wanted to do a quick video regarding artificial intelligence and its evolution in healthcare and the medical coding field. Because I recently viewed a number of different YouTube videos put out by a number of different parties, and I was troubled. I was very concerned that some of them had a significant number of views. I was very concerned about the opinions that were expressed, and I think every one of them disclaimed, this is my opinion. Okay. But we have to look at why they were offering their opinion. One person didn't walk up to them and ask them what they think about AI. They are putting out videos about AI, offering their opinion to the masses. Okay. And at that point, they become an influencer. Okay. And so, I don't know what their individual motivations are, whether it's to gain clicks or views for, social media or whatever. I think in every case, and this is my opinion, their response is emotional. Okay. But I want to go back to the influencer part. They are influencing people with their opinions. Okay. And I just feel the need to correct some of the sentiments and the things that are stated in some of these videos. Okay. The overarching question is medical coding going away? Medical coding will until all jobs go away in all industries, which, look, way down the road, that could be a reality. The reality is that medical coding is not going away, but a significant number of roles are. Okay. And I will tell you that on October 10th, there were 10 people who went to work that day. And on October 9th, they had no warning, no inclination. And on October 10th, they were out of jobs, and they were told point blank that that AI solutions had resulted in their roles being eliminated. Okay, there have been thousands of positions lost in 2023, more than in all of 2022. Okay, and this is a trend that will only continue. Okay, and when we'll get to another slide later. I'll offer an illustration of exactly why. But folks, medical coding is not going away, but positions are. Okay, so my first piece of advice is, please be careful who you listen to or what you consider in contemplating your career future. One of the influencers indicated that she had gotten into coding in 2008, and she has 15 years of experience, and that's why you should listen to her. Well, in 2008, I had 17 years of experience in this field, plus the 15 that have elapsed since then. So I've got 31, 32 years of experience in this field. So if that were a determining factor, well, then you should listen to me. But I'm not going to tell you you should listen to me. Okay? I hope you will heed some advice and look at the facts. But you shouldn't listen to me just because I have 32 years of experience in this business. I am no more immune to the impact of AI than anybody else in this field. The reality is In my lifetime, I can remember before there was a fax machine. Okay. I can remember before there were computers or cell phones or the internet or apps or social media or EMRs. Okay. So, I have the vantage point of evolution, of change, progress. And so I don't discount the evolution of technology. Okay. I think one reason you may want to listen to me, or at least maybe lends credibility to what I am saying, is I really don't believe that these influencers have any real experience with AI or really understand it, in detail. I will tell you that for about 6 months, I have had the opportunity under an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, to look over the shoulder of AI developers. Okay, so I do have a deep, under the hood, visual, observational experience in seeing exactly how AI works, its power, its effectiveness, its ability to to improve rapidly. Okay, so I don't believe these other influencers have that vantage point. Okay, I think one of the most important, three of the most important opinions or perspectives or vantage points that you should consider are the CEO, CFO, or chief technology officer of your organization. Now, if you work for a medical practice, you may not have these three positions. You may have a managing physician. You may have an office manager or a practice manager or administrator or what have you. But whoever, whether these are three distinct roles, whether it's one person with this role, whether the titles are different, these are going to be the voices that you will need to listen to. Okay. Here is the problem. Just like when I started this video, folks, think about this. Okay. Organizations are not in the habit of forewarning people that they will be terminated. Okay. Because if they know that it's going to take 6 months to implement an AI solution, well, maybe each of these figures, or if it's one figure, maybe in their heart, maybe in their human heart, they want to tell you, but they're running a business. And if they tell you, and they need you for another 6 months, they need you to be as productive and content, and they don't need to rock the boat. So it is highly unlikely that you're gonna have forewarning, okay, if an AI solution is being implemented in your organization. This is just the reality of business, okay? Professional organizations that rely on annual fee revenue, okay? They don't want to talk about this, or if they do, they're going to put lipstick on the pig, okay? They're going to try to dress this up because, folks, they are looking at a drastic reduction in their base revenue, okay? And so, believe me or not, you need to understand this. You need to contemplate it, okay? If you choose to dismiss it, deny it, or what have you, that's your choice. But I do suggest that you give it consideration. Several of the influencers talked about a thing called ChatGPT, which is available. You can go to OpenAI, or you can Google ChatGPT, and it is a artificial intelligence portal that's open to the public. They have a free version, then they have a premium version, And several of the influencers indicated that ChatGPT isn't always right, so they're using ChatGPT as the measuring stick for AI for medical coding. And this is where I believe that their understanding of AI is exposed as being rather limited. The AI that is being implemented in medical coding, and it is out there already. It's being marketed to organizations already. That's how the coders on October 10th that came to us lost their positions. Okay, so AI is out there. It's being marketed. You do not know if the decision makers in your organization are being courted by vendors, whether they're in discussions or negotiations with vendors, whether they're ready to implement it. You may not know, but ChatGPT is not the AI solution that is going to be implemented that will replace a coder's role. Okay, companies have been spending hundreds of millions of dollars for the better part of a decade or more working on artificial intelligence solutions specifically for medical coding. So I was just my mind went numb when some of these influencers referred to ChatGPT as if that is, off the shelf what the AI solutions for medical coding are. Again, I have been looking over the shoulder of AI developers, and I can tell you that referring to ChatGPT and the artificial intelligence that will perform medical coding is comparing watermelons to bowling balls. Okay, it is absolutely. It does reveal the limitations of one's understanding of artificial intelligence. Okay, one proclaimed that these AI developers should butt out. Again, this is the influencer that claims that you should listen to her because she has 15 years of experience, and it's her industry, not their industry, and she knows the industry. Well, folks, among others, many of you are probably familiar with 3M. Others may be familiar with Change Healthcare, which is part of Optum, which is a subsidiary of United Health Group. Okay, so I don't think that coder would have the audacity to go to 3M and tell them they don't know anything about HIM or healthcare or health information management, nor Optum, Change, or United Health Group. Okay, and again, I really believe that was an emotional response. Nobody is looking forward to a reduction in the workforce, but not looking forward to it isn't going to change it. Okay, it is happening now. It's going to accelerate. I will say it's not that the craft or the discipline or the role of medical coding is going to go away. It's not. Roles are going to go away. Roles are going to be consolidated. Roles will require a higher level of expertise, a more diverse range of expertise, and so it is going to be, to put it bluntly, survival of the fittest. And so, if you are not prepared, if you are not vigilant about this evolution, if you ignore it, if you deny it, if you don't, if you're not paying attention to it, and if you're not preparing for it, you're going to be at a disadvantage. You will be at a disadvantage. On a recent presentation, I was speaking to a supervisor who, she was speculating that, in the near future, that her team of 10 will be impacted by AI. And And, she said she wasn't even sure if her position was going to be secure, but she offered this on the premise that if her position was secure and she had to cut her team from 10 to say 5, 4, or 3, how would she do that? She would be looking at those who have the wide range of skills, the level of skills to deal with the complicated charts that AI may not be able to resolve. Okay. And that is, instead of hitting the panic button, oh, medical coding is going away. No, medical coding is not going away. Medical coders are going away that don't prepare and adapt to the change in their career. And so to do that, you should be preparing yourself from a professional development standpoint. Okay. Look, the bottom line, tagline for AI is it will increase efficiency. And what does that mean? Speed, accuracy, number of charts coded, etc. So how can you look at increased efficiency and not ask yourself how that doesn't mean a reduction in human roles? Okay, and I'm going to give you an example. The most assigned code in this field are outpatient office visits. Think about all the medical practices in this country, day in and day out, seeing 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 patients a day. Okay? And by the way, AI can do this. I've seen it. I'm telling you. Okay? Especially with the changes since 2021, it really lends itself to AI. And if you believe, because one of the influencers said, oh, well, AI can't think critically. Again, I don't think that person has a understanding at all of AI. This is not a search engine matching search terms. Okay, there are AI. There's large language models. There's generative AI. There's neural networks. Okay, I don't think that influencer understands any of those concepts. Okay, but the most commonly coded service in our field is the outpatient office visit. And AI can handle that before you could even reach for your procedure manual, before you could even you pull up the encounter on your EMR. Okay, AI can code volumes of E&M visits. Okay, so if you just look at the most commonly coded code in this field, and let's assume that 80 to 90% of those can be coded by AI, how can you reach the conclusion that that's not going to reduce roles in this field? Okay. If you are in a medical practice where your mainstay is office visits, and yes, maybe there's the office visit with a procedure like an injection and arthrocentesis, injection or aspiration of a joint, or cerumen removal, or an EKG, or what have you. Okay. Again, AI can do those things, but let's just say you're coding 300 charts a week, and now there's only 20 that you need to code because AI can. You are not going to be working 40 hours a week. You'll be lucky if you're working a half a day a week. Okay, and this is the reality. And if you don't believe that, okay, only my opinion, based on very clear observation. Finally, an influencer brought up the issue of security, and oh my God, AI, it presents a security risk. Folks, AI presents only really, I can't even put I wouldn't even say, I would say minimal at best security difference. It's working with the information that's already in the EMR. It's not creating new information. It's not, imagine if you ran a report to see how many times a specific code was billed in your EMR. It's working within the EMR. It doesn't. It does not increase a security risk beyond what already exists. And organizations, most organizations, the vast majority of organizations take HIPAA compliance very seriously. AI developers are not going to come out with a tool and geez, we forgot to think about security. I mean, please, folks. If you watch these videos, I beg you to take the information with a grain of salt, really, not at face value. Not just accept what somebody said and it seems to sound good, or it makes you feel better about. I mean, a lot of these influencers are trying to make you feel better, not to quell any panic. And I'm not talking about people should panic, okay? The only people who should panic are the people who are doing nothing to develop themselves, okay? If you are preparing and being independently knowledgeable about AI, you will have a place. It's the people who listen to the wrong people, believe the wrong things, sit back and say, "Oh, AI, it's not gonna, my organization is not gonna do that," or any of the rationalizations. Okay, those people who are not vigilant, those people who do not take it seriously and who do not prepare for it, will be the first collateral damage. Okay. Even those who do, there's no guarantees, but go search, go do an independent search and ask, do a search term for suggestions for AI preparation in labor roles, okay? And you're gonna see from any number of reputable sources, upskill, reskill, broaden your skills. Okay, these are the things that you're going to see across the board. One other thing that you will see will be, and you'll see these often as general statements, okay? And this is the one that I really, really caution people, for the reasons I've already explained. I really caution people to examine the statement, well, AI will create a lot of jobs. Yes, AI will create a lot of jobs. Those jobs are likely not to be medical coder jobs, okay? Those jobs are likely to be in tech and, and fields that you had the opportunity, why didn't you become a computer programmer, computer developer, computer coder? Why didn't you do that? You chose not to. Okay, so, and if you decide to now, how many people are going to be so far out ahead of you, and more every day, because those who, those who are already looking at the opportunities and seizing the opportunities are preparing for work in these fields. So, if you're going to remain in the medical coding field, just be vigilant. Don't take somebody who wants to pacify you and let them lead you off a cliff. Okay. Um, Again, I saw these videos and there was a number of them, and um, again, the motivation, or the root, the root of it seemed to be emotional response, and you know that's not going to happen to me. That can't happen to us. Machines can't do what medical coders do. Folks, at some point, hopefully, the AI developers that I've had the opportunity to observe will allow me to share one image that they were showing me something, and it was actually it was a fluid animation, but I didn't need the rest of the animation. The first image that I saw just made it all make sense. Okay. Um, you know, think about assigning a code. What do? You read the chart, right? And so now you have identified either a procedure or a diagnosis code, and now you go to the index of the appropriate manual, right? And then you go to, any subterms. If you believe that a computer, that a well-developed software, or I don't even want to call it software, a well-developed intelligence system cannot go through that same process, you are kidding yourself. You are kidding yourself, and I've seen it done. And again, I hope some point in the future I'm able to share just this one image, or even the full fluid process video that I first saw when I first had the opportunity to view these AI developers. But please, folks, take it seriously. Please take care of yourself, and please make sure that you don't just accept what you're told, even from me. Okay, even from me. Please think, take that one influencer's advice. Think critically. Okay, and if you just accept what that person says, or even what I say, and you don't think critically, if you don't validate what is being said, then you are not doing yourself a favor. And you only have one person in this field to protect, and that's you. Okay. Um, and we have a program that the reason those 10 coders came to us was they were aware of our program, and we are here to offer unbiased, unfiltered, um, productive, and genuine information. Okay. We don't sugarcoat things. This is not trying to make we can't make this bitter pill taste good. Okay. What we can do is help people prepare for the best outcome. Okay. So thank you for watching. And please just be careful watching those videos on AI. Consider the motivations behind them, whether it's somebody looking for YouTube clicks, or whether it's organizations trying to keep a lid on panic or dissension or what have you. Think about yourself. Think about your welfare, your ability to make a living into the future. And so, to answer the overarching question, is medical coding going away? No, it is being consolidated. It is being made more efficient. Roles will be consolidated. Roles will require broader expertise, a higher level of expertise. And so, if you are not developing yourself, then you are perhaps leaving yourself at a disadvantage to those that are. And so, again, I'm not trying to hit the panic button. I'm not trying to scare people. I'm not trying to yell fire in a crowded movie theater here. I want to give people the real information, and information that you can go validate, instead of patting you on the head and saying it's going to be okay when I can't promise that. Everybody, please take care of yourselves. Please take care of your careers, for yourself, for your families, for your welfare. Again, medical coding is not going anywhere. The best prepared will be at the biggest advantage. Thanks, everybody.